To business, and on Let's Talk Money this Friday, we give you insights into potential cash cows, quite literally, with minimal hassle. Here are the opportunities in the animal husbandry area.
The animal industry in Uganda has a very high growth potential. Unfortunately, there seems to be less government attention paid to this industry, leaving it to the private sector players without proper regulations and guidelines on how they can handle the industry to stimulate growth. The sector has also faced a number of challenges, such as lack of adequate information about the existing policies, poor hygiene standards as often seen from different abattoirs, uncontrolled movement of animals which encourage the spread of diseases, and low funding among others. Information from the Directorate of Animal Resources at the Ministry of Agriculture indicates that the Directorate receives funds that can only purchase 20% of the required vaccines and drugs for animals in the country. This makes it hard to prevent, control and treat the diseases which are a major danger to the growth of the animal industry. And much as the industry has high growth potential and remains a grey area for investment, the private sector is still skeptical about investing their resources therein. There is therefore need for government to find ways of making this sector attractive for any investment.
Now, for more insights into investment opportunities within the animal husbandry sector and how to profitably run this business, I'm joined by Mr. Edward Katende, the Executive Director of Uganda Agribusiness Alliance. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Let's get right into it. Now, I'm looking to make a living in animal husbandry. Are the opportunities really as great as we're meant to believe?
Yes, the opportunities in the animal sector are enormous. First of all, we have to look at the drivers. So you look at the drivers of animal-sourced foods. One of them is population growth. We are very well know that we have one of the fastest population growth in the world. Secondly, you look at urbanization. For us who have lived between Mukono, Wachiso, and Kampala over the last 20 years, we don't even need statistics. We see that these places are now becoming urban areas. And these actually help to define where the opportunities are going to come from. So when you come to the urban areas, most people are actually now consuming more animal proteins than they used to do in the past. I'm a vegan, and very often I find myself at a disadvantage because I go to parties and there's only meat, there's pork, there's chicken, and that tells you the demand is enormous. As a result, there are great opportunities in animal products. And when you have animal products, whether it's chicken, whether it's eggs, whether it is beef, whether it's pork, which is actually growing very fast, then there are related other opportunities, for example, in animal feeds.
But are we seeing people take up these opportunities in the animal sector?
Yes, we are seeing more and more people coming up in the sector. Of course, we are seeing foreign direct investment getting in with huge investments in infrastructure. But of course, you still have challenges on the production front. That the production is not sufficient to support the demand. We look at examples. Yesterday, we were talking to, for example, Beyinzika. And we're asking how much are you've invested a lot in your facilities, but how much are you producing? They're saying, look, we are probably producing using about 45% to 48% of our facility. That alone tells you that there is more than 50% which is currently underutilized. So the opportunities are great, and these organizations are also now supporting farmers. They are investing in extension services, they're investing in information, they're investing in quality inputs, which opportunities are being taken on by different farmers across the country.
What would you say to someone who's thinking about going this route? They're the place where they're thinking crop husbandry, animal husbandry. Where do I put my money, my little money, as we wrap this up?
I think as we know agriculture, it's a very risky sector. And traditionally, farmers have mitigated the risks by diversifying their portfolios. So a typical Ugandan farmer is a smallholder farmer. So a smallholder farmer would probably have his 1 acre, of beans and maize, but very often they need to have animals. For example, they will have poultry, they will have local chicken. We have about 47 million chicken in Uganda, but 41 or 42 million of that is actually local, indigenous chicken. This is grown. These are reared by our own farmers or on their farms. So you can go into animal husbandry as a means of diversifying risks, but also as a means of increasing your income.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Edward Katende, and for sharing your insights into this rather interesting conversation. Now, moving on.